We're joined now by Hawaii coach Eran Ganot and student athletes Junior Madut and Jerome Desrosiers. We will start by asking Coach for an opening statement and then open the floor to questions for our student athletes only. Once that segment is complete, the student athletes are welcome to leave. We ask media to please raise your hand and identify yourself and your media outlet before you ask your question. If you're on Zoom, please use the raise hand function to ask a question. Coach, can you start us off with your thoughts on the game?
Just what a great game. I mean, we were just talking in the locker room with even our coaches. Stressful for the staff, awesome for the fans. But I'm just really proud of our guys. We didn't start the game out really well. I thought we missed some open shots at the rim, and we're playing off our back foot, and we missed some open threes. That led us to being very stagnant offensively, which can never happen. But, it's kind of a microcosm of our season. We've been in a lot of battles. Our guys continue to fight. There was never a doubt on that. We're playing against a good team, and we needed to get some things opened up for us. So they hung in there, as they always do. Really, the defense and the boards helped us get through some things, and then the offense started to come. So just a complete effort in the second half. We're down close to 10 points, started to chip away. I thought it was big, not just the shot to end the half by Junior, but really, closing the game going into the half. And then we started off the second half well. I thought guys off the bench gave us a huge lift, Lotto, Mate. And you need it from everybody to do what we're trying to do, especially against a good team. So credit them, obviously, for a great season and a battle. I'm just really proud of our guys.
Any questions for the student athletes, please?
Rob DeMello, KHON2 in Hawaii. Junior, at the end of the game, you not only led huddles, but you also took control of the ball at the end of the game. How much focus, how ready were you for that moment?
I think we've all been preparing for this moment the whole week, just practicing, running the scouts. So we've been prepared the whole week. Ever since the CSUN game, we've just been focused on this game. So I had no doubt my teammates and me were prepared.
In the back.
Keith DeMona, KITV. This is for both of you guys, but, you saw the Wahine. That game came down to the last second. Same thing tonight. Is that just March, and how fun was it to actually come out on the winning side of this?
I think that was great. I think you saw that both teams, we have a lot of fight in us, and we play until the buzzer sound. And I think that's what we're going to keep doing.
Yeah, I agree with Jerome. I think it was very nerve-wracking for us, but exciting as well, just to come up with the win.
Hi, Steven Tsai with the Star Advertiser. Can you just take us through that final sequence there? Because it looked like both of you kind of had a hand in stopping that last shot, or at least distracting it.
It's not really easy to explain, but they just came down. I tried to stop him, I guess. They kicked it back to Tatasol. He had a great contest, and he missed the shot. So
It reminded me of that play I think Villanova made to win that.
Yeah.
The March Madness. It was exactly it. And I saw him coming back. He's a good shooter. I think he was shooting like 50% conference. So I just jumped as high as I could.
Glad it wasn't completely the Villanova play.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
we
God.
gave a stop to that.
Brian McInnes at Spectrum News Hawaii. Junior, coach referenced the shot to end the first half that you made, and I saw you turn and kind of grin at the UH fans on your way back to the huddle. What did that shot mean to you going into halftime?
I think it was a good shot for our team and for me, just confidence-wise, because I was missing a lot of shots. My teammates had confidence in me, telling me to keep shooting, and then I was just glad that one went down at the right time. So.
Wes Nakama, WarriorInsider.com. Jerome, Mate and Bernardo were battling McCray down low all game. Then Mate picks up his fourth foul with 7 minutes left. You've done it all season. You got called upon to guard a guy much bigger than you. But what was the challenge right there going up against McCray in the late moments?
I think it just starts with knowing the scout and doing your work early. Obviously, when you're undersized and you play the 5, you just gotta fight, make him catch it as far outside the paint as possible, and then contest it as well as you can. And we did that, and it worked.
One last question.
This is Hansel Chu from 88.3 KUCR Radio. I have a question for both Junior and Jerome. So you guys are clear from Hawaii. You guys flew all the way to here in Henderson, Nevada. How important was the fans and the band and the student section for you guys in this win today?
I just want to thank the fans right now, but extremely important. Just the same way when we're playing at home, the way they give us energy at the right times is the same way they're doing right now. So the fans were big time tonight, and without them, we couldn't do it. So
Yeah, it really felt like a home game. Really, we
Yeah.
outnumbered their fans.
yeah, I couldn't even hear their fans.
So we got to give a huge thanks to them.
Yeah, best fans in the country for sure.
All right, Junior and Jerome, appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job, bud.
Okay, any questions for Coach?
Coach, when there's a game like this and you see what took place and how you guys had to scratch and claw, and then you look at the box score and only 4 turnovers committed by the University of Hawaii, how important was that?
You mean there in that stretch?
Points from turnovers.
Yeah, no, that's huge. That's a big thing. And I thought even towards the end of the game, if you guys, we didn't have as many turnovers to end that game. So, we're coming off a game. We had 7 turnovers total against Northridge. I think we've talked at great length over the years, ad nauseum, over this year, that was the next piece for us. And we had some turnovers today. But we're chipping away at it. We're getting closer, and that's going to allow us to make our second jump, especially at this time of year. Possessions are so important. We countered that by we just didn't out-rebound one of a really good rebound team. We out-rebounded them by 14. That was a big difference in the game. It comes down to possessions. I think overall we had more possessions than they did when you talk about turnovers and second chance. So, and it's a game that went, was a 1-point game. So all those were important. We got to continue to get better, even in this short turnaround.
Kevin Contreras, KUCR Riverside. So there's some history between the two teams here. You lost to them last year in the same stage, and you lost to Riverside in their home the last time you played. So how does it feel not only to beat them at this stage after having lost to them twice?
Well, it's important because of what we're talking about. We're in March. We're advancing and surviving advance. It's also important because we have great respect for them. This is a really good program. Their staff, their players have done a really nice job over the last couple of years. And they're balanced. They're big. We're talking about how you defend McCray. Well, it's not easy when they have a point guard like that and shooters around them, experience. That's why they're good. And they have a good DNA. And so part of it is, yes, the history, but also because of the respect we have for them. We knew this was going to be a tough game. And I think both teams knew it could go either way. And, we coach long enough or play long enough, you're going to be on both sides of it. And so happy to be on this side and really happy for our guys to hang in together through the ups and downs of a year, but also through the ups and downs of a game. I mean, that was certainly one of those, and it went back and forth at critical times, but I'm just so proud of these guys, as proud as I've been, and I'm always pretty proud. We've got some great groups, but this group has been really special.
Hey, Coach Ganot, what did it mean to you to have this group be the group that helped you guys get past that quarterfinal stage again after falling short the last handful?
Well, I said earlier, I remember saying that we felt that this group would make the jump this year, and then we've lost 3 players, obviously, for the year, a couple guys for 6 weeks each, and they still made the jump. And that was going into this. The next jump was obviously the breakthrough in this event. We've had some close losses. We've been right there, but that's the game. It's very humbling. Life's very humbling. You could sit there and lay down and talk about and all that. We just focused on the task at hand. Each group's different. I'm really happy for them. I'm really happy for all the guys who've worn our uniform, who've been on the other side of it, who've reached out and with their support. Because like you said, like the Riverside, they were great. I mean, someone's got to advance, and there's a lot of really good teams and good players and student athletes and programs and schools that care a lot. So, yes, we're very appreciative and humble to continue to advance.
We have 2 questions here and then one on Zoom.
Coach, having the bench come out tonight and then Lotto to go for what he did, how important is it to have that depth? And, how important is it to have it tomorrow and the next day, just considering it's March and everybody has to step up?
Well, I mean, like you said, we lost a couple guys and people stepped up. Then we lost Bernardo, Mate stepped up. We lost Mate, Bernardo stepped up. We had Bion and Lotto at different times miss some time. Then Noel happened. And all that's happened since Noel, and we talked to him today, and there's a number 4 jersey, if you saw, being worn on the bench. The number 4 jersey you saw being worn in the locker room. It's being displayed. It's not next man, every man. It's not just next man. Everybody's got to step up, and Bion has given us a lift. Sometimes it's not always in the box score, but valuable minutes that sometimes don't show up. In this case, for Lotto, it did. For us to do what we're trying to do, our margin for error isn't great because of our situation, but I think we're going to step up to the challenge because each guy's just got to do a little bit more, and they're very capable of doing that, and they have done that. Mate was great off the bench. Justice has been great for us. He's going to be great for us tomorrow. The guys who are redshirting are out. Did you see their energy on the bench? It matters. Our guys know it matters, and we feed off that like we did with our crowd. So really, again, really proud of them.
Hey, Coach, I kind of thought that not just your matchups against them were good, but your pairings are good. The guys you had playing together, I think like Lotto and Jerome really kind of worked together. Is that kind of just the way it just worked?
Yeah, you have all the combinations, and then you kind of have a feel during the game what's working. Lotto in that group with Lotto did a really good job offensively and defensively. We got hit on, and give Cameron credit. I mean, when we could have separated, he had 3 straight threes, and I think a bunch of them were contested. But he's a good shooter, and he's a good player, and we had to weather that, especially when we were playing well at that stage. So, no, like I said, we're going to need a contribution from everybody as we continue to play a tough game tomorrow.
And one last question on Zoom. Matthew, go ahead.
Thank you. With Kaleo, by the way. Coach, as a personal observation, the triple certainly came through. Were you kind of worried at all after you were 0 for 5 in the first half, and then Chauvin hits one, and then it seemed like the momentum started to cook?
Great question, and I think we've had a couple stretches where maybe we missed shots. No, we believe in our team. We have confidence in our team. They play with confidence. It's all about taking good shots. We missed some good looks. I was more disappointed that it stagnated our offense where we weren't moving the ball. Whether we miss a shot at the rim, which we can't have, or miss an open three, which happens, we can't let it dictate the rest. And our guys finally started to compete defensively and rebound. Eventually, those fell for us. I mean, we probably finished the game, I think, 6 for 12 from 3. And that's our brand of basketball. We're not going to play on our heels. We're a good shooting team. Missing some shots is not going to change that. We got to have confidence in them.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
I just want to echo the thoughts of our players and just tell you how thankful we are and have been for our fans. When I say what we've been through, yes, we're able to kind of navigate through that because of the quality of the student athletes in our program. But there's no question that we got an extra jolt, and we did during the course of the year from our fan base. And even today, and even when we were down 10, they hung in there. I say that for all student athletes who haven't been able to play in front of fans over the last couple of years to the extent they should, and seeing it back again, especially for our guys. I'm so proud of them and so happy for them that they get to see that. And I'm happy for our fans, and just can't thank everyone who's here with us and the guys who are supporting from afar enough.
Thank you.
Thanks.